Get started here. I'm sure more will come on as we go. I want to welcome everybody to the last Monday with Dale for 2020. We're going to, as I said earlier, I'm excited. I'm super excited about 2021. 21's always been my lucky number, and I just believe that this coming year, with the momentum we've been building and the growth that we've been seeing, that we're just going to be in for a huge 2021. Anybody who's willing to grab hold of this business opportunity and just run with it over the next 12 months is going to change their lives beyond anything they've ever dreamed of. They're going to leave a legacy for their children and their grandchildren. And, you know, as I talk very often about the African market, you know, you're going to have a chance not only to change your own blood kin families, but your community. You're going to be able to change your whole community, their way of life, by incorporating everybody into this business, either as an affiliate where they can make money and change their lives that way, or the fact that our products are truly that good and they're going to be able to help people with their health and make them feel more secure in the fact that both them and their family can stay healthy throughout the days to come. I just saw Kate came on. Welcome, Kate, to the call. Welcome, Elizabeth, to the call. The first thing I always do in this, you know, basically this call is a call to kind of keep us tied together. I'm a firm believer, as I've told you guys many times, communication is the key. Communication is the key. Creating a family atmosphere and keeping everybody up to date on what's going on is what you need to do to build this business. Our company is growing so fast, and it's adding so many products and adding new companies and everything that it's doing. You need to stay connected to people so you know what's going on. So that's why I'm doing this each week. Some of the stuff that I tell you each week is stuff you've heard over and over again as far as where we are, what we're doing. But you got to always remember there's new people on this call all the time, and I want to keep everybody up to date. The first thing I always do is I talk about a few countries that we're working in and where, you know, a little bit about them. And I'm going to start out with Tanzania. Tanzania has been actually open through a soft launch since, well, it's been a little over a month. I'll say maybe 45 days. And the first soft launch for there, what we call a soft launch, the first meeting, there was over 200 people at that meeting. So great start. It's growing very quickly. There is a lot of desire in Tanzania for our products and for our type of marketing system. There's an office. It's in Dar es Salaam, and there's a country manager, Jean Paul, and he also has his second command, David. Both of those guys are fantastic, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to help the business grow. They've stayed after hours for us. They've helped put on special meetings on the weekends. These guys are committed. Okay. The next thing is Uganda. Uganda did a soft launch maybe a week before Tanzania, and they had over 200 people at their first call, and they are doing really well. There's some great leadership from the affiliates in Uganda, and I see from the people that we've got there, the caliber of people we got there, that it's going to grow very quickly and very strongly with some depth. There's an office there. It's in Kampala, and the country manager there is Trissy. So that's one to remember. Of course, we're in Kenya. We've been in Kenya the first time I went to Kenya was last year, right about this time I was there. And they were getting started then, had been kind of soft launched for a month or two, and they had an office at that point in time. They had their first pre-launch in February, which I was also at. We had about 700 people at that. It's continuing to grow. It's continuing to expand. It's expanding not only in Kenya, but from the leadership in Kenya, it's expanding throughout other parts of the continent. So, and actually signed up people from other countries outside of the continent to boot. So this, again, Kenya was the beginning of East Africa, and it's going super strong. Of course, we have our leader there, our country manager there, which is Cyrus. Cyrus has also now been promoted to regional East African regional manager, and he is doing a fabulous job. He's a personal friend of mine. He's one of those guys. He says if you ask him to do something for you and he says yes, consider it done. You don't even have to follow up because it gets done. So that's that of course is in the office areas in Nairobi. These are all beautiful offices, plenty of room to bring your people and do presentations. There's always a room in every one of these offices where you can either bring your people to let somebody else do the training and presentations for you, or you can decide to do it yourself. And if you do, the rooms are free for use as long as you schedule them in. So, I mean, we've done everything we can to make this thing an easy growth thing for you. In Africa, everybody always asks, do you have an office? Because there's so many network marketing companies, they call them suitcase offices. They work out of their suitcase. They don't have a place. Well, we've proven that we are committed to the country because we have invested in every one of these countries. We have a great office. We have country managers. We have product in country. So you haven't got to wait for product. So that's what's going on there. Then I just want to touch base on a few other places. The DRC, we are in kind of what I call pre-soft launch there. We're just letting people get to know about us. We have a office in Kinshasa. Country manager is Dorcas. And we even have a satellite office in Goma on the other end of the country. So we believe that the DRC is going to be a huge for us. The DRC has actually been approved for us to sell CBD oil in that country, which we're still trying to get that in a lot of the other African countries. So they're going to have that advantage over some of the others. So I believe DRC is going to be very, very good for us. And then I just want to bring up a couple others quick. Phil's been working hard in both Zimbabwe and Zambia. I believe there's might be some people on here today from those two countries. If there is, welcome. Zambia in the past has proven to be a great country for network marketing, in Zimbabwe as well. So again, welcome. If you're here from those two countries, welcome. We know you're going to do great things for us. And last of all, I just want to mention some of my friends in Cameroon on the other side of the country, other side of the continent. We're starting to build in Cameroon, and they get their product right now. They don't have an office there, but they get their product out of Nigeria. So again, so many things happening, so much excitement, so much life-changing energy being put out there, and we're going to see huge things in 2021. I firmly believe it. Now, I talked about communication. It's so important to stay connected. And so if you are on here and you haven't done these things, these are what you need to do. Download WhatsApp, okay? So that we can set you up with some groups through the African market. Also download Telegram. Telegram is what the corporate office uses to keep everybody informed. And we have several leaders that have Telegram groups that we also connect you with. Make sure you're on Facebook. If you're already, I'm sure you're on Facebook, but if you aren't, you get on Facebook. And we have groups there. We have groups with the corporate office. We have groups with several of our leaders, again, that you can go on. And they not only have all kinds of posts in there about training and videos and stuff like that, but you have access to basically everything that's going on. Obviously, you're on the Zoom call. Zoom is so important for us, especially during the pandemic. We're able to stay connected through this and actually get to know each other more personally than you might some other way. And of course, YouTube videos. Everything that we do, this video, for instance, is being recorded. Barb will make it into a YouTube video, and we'll have it accessible to you. So if people that you weren't able to get on this call want to see it, you can get it to them. So again, we're trying to do everything we can to keep you connected. And then Jody, who's already is also on here, Jody Levanway, she is she takes care of where Barb takes care of all my computer and social media type stuff. Jody helps me with communications. She sends, whenever we have a new person, she sends them kind of an introductory pack that tells them about downloading all the stuff and getting connected. And then every night she'll send you sends in the groups a notice of what is going on tomorrow. So what kind of meetings are on tomorrow. She puts on there what the meeting is, how to connect with a meeting, what if there's a address, like a Zoom address or something, she puts that on there. If there's a password, that's on there. So everything is there. So you basically, it's just plug and play. We make it as easy as possible for you to stay connected. So those are the things that we do for you, trying to make sure you stay up to date on everything that's going on. Now, as far as current promotions, through the end of this month, Thursday, anybody who makes 5K, 10K, or 25K ranks, one of our uplines, Chris Robinson, in fact, the original affiliate, first affiliate in this company, he has a deal going just for our team, that if you hit 5K for the first time, you're going to get $200. If you get 10K, you're going to get $500. If you hit 25K, you're going to get $1,000. That's something he's doing internally because he's that kind of a great leader. And again, that's available to anybody that can do that by the end of the month. I want to bring up the Las Vegas Leadership Retreat in March. Anybody who reaches 25K for 2 out of 3 months, which includes November, December, and January. If you make 25K 2 out of those 3 months, and you are profit sharing pool qualified all 3 months, then you're going to be eligible for that retreat. They're going to, if you're in United States, they're going to pay $500 towards your airfare. If you're in anywhere else in the world, the company's going to pay $1,000 towards your airfare. And then once you get there, they're going to pay for all your rooms, your meals, your ground transportation, everything. So again, this is something that if you're, I realize we're almost 2 months into it. So if you've at least made it once, you still got January to make it a second time. Here's my own gut feeling on this, because I know Josh Swagel pretty well. If you haven't made it, don't give up on it. Keep pushing, because I'll tell you, he's a guy that's going to want as many people there as possible. And so if you're making the effort, I got to believe he'll bend some rules to make sure as many people get there as possible. So again, if you're close, keep pushing hard, because I believe people are going to still have a shot to go to this. What else is there? Oh yeah, one last upcoming event, January 5th, next Tuesday. Josh Swagel is going to have a special announcement. You want to get on and get registered for this. It's been posted everywhere. Go on and register so you can get on the webinar on Tuesday. It's he's already talking about adding a cosmetic line, and I think he's going to explain more about that. I think he let the cat out of the bag a little bit early. So we'll learn more about that. He's also said there's going to be something changing in the commission structure. So there will be an additional commission for people a rank below the 5K. That's all he said, just a teaser. So you want to be on to find out what that's all about. He also said that the 5K and 10K may be enhanced. So let's find out what that's all about. So again, a lot of cool things happening on January 5th with Josh Swagel. So you want to try to make that. I think that's going to be huge for the African market. So you should be excited. So those are the updates and kind of giving you an idea of what we do. Now I have a treat for you. Each week I try to bring somebody on this call that can help train you, motivate you. You can get a feel of where they're coming from, and where they're going. So you can see that there's many ways to do this business. Vegas, Goss is a friend of mine. We've been friends for well over 10 years. We were in a previous network marketing company together, which got absorbed by My Daily Choice. So we just kind of stayed together. He's a phenomenal guy. His nickname is Mr. Mindset. The guy has such a phenomenal amount of training that he does. It's so valuable. He's one of those guys, when he speaks, people listen. He's a great personality, great guy. Like I said, 25K affiliate, and I fully believe by the end of this next year he'll be way, way higher than that. He's connected to a fantastic team. He's a great mentor. He's a great friend. So Vegas, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Welcome.
Thank you, Dale. And man, I appreciate those kind words. Dale, you know I hold on to your coattail as tight as I can. So from coming from you, man, you couldn't. Look, the check is in the mail.
Well, welcome. The way we do this call, I I try to do this very laid back. It's an interview type approach, but it's more of a conversation. And um, I've had a lot of comments from a lot of people who've been on these calls that they love this format. It's not they don't feel like they're being preached to. They're getting to kind of feel into the true life way things are being done, you know.
Got
So that's the way we'll do it today.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Feel free to elaborate on them as much as you'd like, and and also feel free. One of the questions that you're going to see is obvious about mindset, but feel free as you're talking, if you have tidbits that you want to tell us about from your background with training in mindset, feel free to just kick it in there wherever you feel it needs to be put. So the first question is just basically the same question I ask most everybody. What was your life like before you heard of My Daily Choice? What did you do for work? Did you have previous experience in network marketing? Give us a little history of Vegas Goss.
Got it. Well, just number one, I've always, I kind of came from an environment that, if you don't have much, just work until you get it. I don't know about you, but that's where I was told. Just keep working hard, right? And it'll show up. But it never showed up. So at a very young age, I was introduced to network marketing. Actually, I was, 21 when I was introduced to network marketing, doing insurance services. Go figure. But one thing I will tell you is that when you work a lot of hours, currently I do IT work, and I had in the past. I was doing 70 to 100 hours per week. And if anybody can relate to those kind of numbers, it wears on you. It wears on you. And because you asked that question, I'm going to give some real life, and maybe somebody can relate to this. I was making more money working a job, doing those 70 to 100 hours a week, Dale. And what ended up happening was one morning on my way home after sleeping in the office, I fell asleep driving. And when I fell asleep, when I blinked, literally it was a blink, I was on the other side of the road. But it was so early in the morning, but that sweet spot in the DC metropolitan area that most of the rush hour traffic was gone. So when I opened up my eyes and realized I was on the wrong side of the street, I knew then I had to make a change. And actually, when I got home and told my wife what happened, she really insisted we need to find another way. Working those kind of hours, a job will never do it. And I was getting ready to pay the ultimate price for working a job like that. And I knew I had to go do something different.
I know exactly what you're saying. I personally totaled 2 cars by the time I was 25 years old, falling asleep in them from burning the candle on both ends. So I know exactly what you said. I was just blessed that I walked away from both of those with relatively unscathed. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, yeah. You joined. We go back with our previous network marketing company, and you joined that. And tell us what kind of from there on how things went.
Well, for my previous network marketing company, really, I was still searching because I believe in this business model. This business model allows just average people to be successful. And I know I've seen too many people have success. And that's one thing about it I will say about this industry as a whole. When you stick around it long enough, you see so many different people from so many different walks of life from all different parts of the world having success. And and believe in your heart that you too can be successful. You know that for a fact. So I eventually landed in a travel company after that, Dale. And that travel company, one of the biggest things was on my mind, and even then, growing up I'm from the South, I'm from North Carolina, in the U.S., and my family had farmland, and so I come from a humble place, and I just never saw the world, and travel just appealed to me. So I got in the travel space, and actually in the last 4.5 years before joining My Daily Choice, I had went on, my goodness, 45 different trips in 4 years. So just to give you an idea how much traveling we were doing, we were always, I mean, literally I felt like I was starting to live out of my suitcase after a while. But I love travel. I love that, being in hotels or convention centers, and just I love that about that business. But unfortunately, as you know, the world changed, and it changed really quickly. But unfortunately, it was before that happened, the company actually, unfortunately, was not paying its sales force. They stopped paying. You know, it's amazing when you look up and you're supposed to have a check in your inbox or in your mailbox, and that check doesn't show. And it didn't show for about 2-3 months. And I didn't know this company was putting the company before the sales force. I had never seen that before. And I'm here to tell you now, they've actually filed for bankruptcy. So, but you know, it's amazing to be with a company. You begin to see the differences of what these companies are all about. And when the ones that talk a good game versus the ones that are actually showing it, you just, man, you appreciate My Daily Choice. You love it.
You know, you brought something up. You brought something up there that I'm glad you did, because I wanted to address it. You know, we were with a company that sold a fuel additive. Mm-hmm. Primarily, that was our only product. If suddenly, for whatever reason, gas prices dropped from $4 a gallon to $2 a gallon, all of a sudden the need wasn't as paramount for that type of product. And then the same thing, you said you went to a company that did travel, and that's basically all they did. And all of a sudden travel goes to heck, and you know, they're in trouble. Okay. Mm-hmm. So when you look at our company, which is a house of brands, you know, we have a travel agency, we have a CashX, which for the cryptocurrency and the Forex. We have different product lines that we sell. We have a hair care line, we have a healthcare line. We have, you know, the beauty of this is the simple fact that if one of our companies suddenly is failing or is weak because of some external factor, it doesn't affect the others. In fact, sometimes the thing that affects that one to make it bad will affect the other ones and make them even work better. So, exactly. So we're in a great situation as far as having multiple houses to sell from. And on top of that, you mentioned not getting paid for several months. Our company is actually even paid early on occasion, just because of a holiday or something. Instead of waiting to get paid on a certain day, they paid us 1 or 2 days early. We also, our company is debt free, totally debt free. You got a company that's generating a couple $100 million a year in business and growing exponentially. Just getting into countries that we know we're going to explode in, but we're just getting into them at the very beginning, and then and just exploding like we are, and doing everything with internal money. We don't have to worry about going bankrupt, because who's going to bankrupt us? We don't owe anybody.
Exactly.
So, I'm so glad you brought that up, because it kind of segued right into some of the things I was thinking.
Yeah, sure.
What drew you specifically to MDC? Was it the products, the company culture, the commitment to Africa, the compensation plan, the mentorship? What was it?
Wow. I like to consider this a date that just got better. Literally, I came here for the products. Just a quick side note to what happened with me. Unfortunately, I suffer from that silent killer that a lot of people do. I take medicines to keep it under control. But unfortunately, one of the things that really helped me the most was jogging. And one day I stepped off a curb and twisted my knee. And when that happened, it just changed my whole world. No more exercising, constantly in pain. But I've had some side effects with different products in the past and trying different things. My numbers would double and in and out of the hospital, just bad things. And I tell you, I was looking for a holistic way. I was looking for natural products to help me not only manage my pain, but also deal with the silent killer that I'm dealing with, like so many others. So with that, I was very intrigued about the products. And if they worked, honestly, I knew I had a home to go to. So when I started using them, and literally in about 2 weeks of using them, start seeing results, Man, it became a campaign for me. I just wanted everybody to know what had happened to me. I just shared just real quickly, just not, we're not making any medical claims here. But man, to see yourself in and out of hospitals, to now beginning to walk when you weren't able to without pain, to constantly have swelling in knees. And if anybody has ever had their knee drained, oh my goodness, that's something you don't want. And then I had to have it 3 or 4 times after my knee surgery. And I'll tell you, to have dealt with using our products and to see how well it helped me. And then not only went from what supposedly never running again, Dale, which I was an avid jogger. I know Phil is on here, and I know that guy he's always working out. And I tell you, for your doctor to tell you, no more jogging, no more jogging, no golf, none of that. Okay. To now go from walking every other day to running every day to running, oh my goodness, 2 miles, 4 miles, 6 miles. Dale, I'm here to tell you, I know it doesn't look like it, but I am 54 years young. And I ran 8 miles because of these products. All right. I didn't do that in high school. And to drop 45 plus pounds in the last year and a half, to see what it did for me, it became, and I hope people hear this, it became more than just these products work for me thing. It changed my life, literally, from a health perspective. And I felt like everybody needs to know. Everyone needs to know about how well these products work. And because of that, it's more of a crusade type of thing versus just, oh, I got this product and I'm selling it to somebody. See, I was in 6 other network marketing companies, Dale. This is my 7th, okay? And to be in those companies, yes, I believed in their product. That's why I was working that business. But only because I believed in the product is the reason why I offer the opportunity and the business and the products to people. Not because I can make money off of them. When people do that, their success is limited. You can only go so far just trying to sell a product to people. It is about sharing something that's going to benefit and help others. And because of that, it just so changed my life. And because of that crusade, I personally believe that's why you see the family nature in our business. You see the culture of really wanting to help people. And I can see that how not only it works here, but it works in Africa, it works in the UK, because it's about the products benefiting people and helping them. And when you have a helping nature first, success automatically comes. I just believe that.
You're absolutely right. I've always told people that as I built this business, I focused on helping other people succeed. And really, I really, the only time I ever think about myself is the last couple of days of the month, only because I want to see where I am rank-wise, because I'm competitive. If I'm close to another rank, I'm going to try to push for it. But other than that, if you're helping other people succeed, you automatically succeed by default in this type of business. And that's so much different from working in the corporate world where people are constantly trying to keep people down so that they can keep rising. In this business, if you see somebody on your team that's doing better than you are, you celebrate it. You don't get upset about it.
Right.
So it's a fabulous industry we're in, and you're right. I knew when I asked you that question, you were going to tell us about your testimonial. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. The great thing about, especially I'd say the CBD oil specifically, but all the products that we sell, if you go on Google and just Google an ailment, and then Google, like CBD and arthritis, CBD and any ailment you can think of, there's probably an article that addresses that, or more than one article that addresses that on Google. In fact, there's over 9,000 articles on Google just for CBD. If you go into nutritional sprays, I know there's thousands of them there. If you go into essential oils, same thing. So really, you don't have to take our word for anything. Just go on Google and it'll explain anything you want to know about this industry, about these products. The next thing we talk about you is Mr. Mindset, okay? And you have done a fabulous job with that. You really have. What specific thing or things do you feel aided you in your current success? Was it the mindset, staying organized, being fearless in recruiting, doing proper follow-up, access to our office and inventory, the great training we provide? What is the one or two things that you grasp on that really is the core to your success?
Wow, that's a great question. I feel like it's been a lot. It's been a lot, seriously. But I would say if I were to lean towards just a couple quick things, number one, I definitely would have to say that has my belief levels, not only just in me, but in our company, our products, the team we're building. Um, all of that stems from, I think we talked about it earlier, wanting to help other people. And you believe because of what we have here, it can help them. And because of that, then you begin to see the fruits of that belief happen and manifest in your life. I'll give you an example. Just sharing with a good friend of mine who's on our team. I've seen him, that Jim Bowman, you know him personally. To know that we come from another business and he was having some success there, but to share this concept with him, know him personally, know what he's going through, and to see that he's already hit 5K, went to 10K, produced a few 5Ks already, to see that level of success, it just, man, reconfirms that what I believe would work is working and is work and shown in his life. And then because of that, man, that's better than any promotion. That's better than any money, anything I could receive personally. But to see that success, I just believe that you can be successful. Believe that you can help people. Believe what you do make a difference. Believe that you are can be and will be the kind of successful person that you want to be. And I believe that doesn't happen externally. There's nothing outside that belief feeling has to come from outside, from inside out. And if you do that, you begin to become a better person. You begin to, man, it's almost, what's the word I want to say? Magnetic. You begin to start attracting good things to you, good people to you. You begin to start sharing that belief with others. And man, it's contagious. I would say the number one thing I worked on is my belief level. And it didn't happen just overnight. I began, and so now I know my office may not be pretty, okay? I'm working on that thing called organization, but you'll see a stack of different books that help me to get myself together. And I refer to them constantly. I pull out books from different authors, different sources. I watch YouTube videos constantly. I'm always working on my mindset. One quick story, Dale. Years ago, my first network marketing business, which was insurance sales, at 21 years old, and you know the people who typically buy insurance are people who are 40, 50 years old. Well, I sucked. I was god awful for 2.5 years. Literally, it felt like, I told people, it felt like literally walking outside, dragging your hands on the sidewalk as you walk. That's what it felt like to me. It was nauseating. But one day I went to a convention, listened to a speaker who talked about not being able to read properly or thought he had a reading problem. And that's what I suffer from, or I did then. And one of the things that he said was, he found out that he didn't have a reading problem, Dale. He found out he had a concentration problem. See, I had been reading a book I bought from an author, literally 2 years. I had not finished it. And it just seemed like I would read a chapter, put the book down, read a chapter, put the book down, then pick the book up, forgot what I read, and then have to start all over again. It just, I could not concentrate, or I could not finish this book. He said, your mind works like, let's say, a TV. He said, you know, when you're watching TV, you get bored on something, you just take a remote and change the channel, or you turn the channel. He said, well, that's what you have to do with books. When you're reading and you seem to lose your way, but you're committed to reading, put that book down and pick up another one and start reading it. If that book, you start losing your interest, put that book down, pick up another. Do you know when I changed to that method, the book that I have been working on for 2 years, I finished literally in less than a month? But it blew my mind. It blew my mind. All these years, I thought I had a reading problem. No, I had a concentration problem. All right. So I'm telling you, so there's two stories here I just want to point out. You mentioned it earlier, Dale. My goodness, you have got to plug in. You have got to stay. When you have a meeting, an opportunity to attend one of these meetings, I'm hoping and praying what I'm sharing may be able to help somebody here. And it does have something to do with the business, but it has to do all about you. It's all about what it does for you as a person to make you better. When you believe in you and what your capabilities are, you are unstoppable. And I just personally believe when you do that, then man, your goodness comes out, and what you can bring to the table is much more than what I can bring to the table for you. Only you can bring that to the table. So when you believe in you, oh man, great things happen, Dale. Just great things happen. So I hope that best answers your question.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, you're so right. Belief in anything you do is if you don't believe in something, how can you commit to something? Okay, and if you don't commit to something, how are you going to succeed at something? So, but all starts with belief, and you know, that's one of the reasons I do these. When bring different people on, when you hear the amount of people that I bring onto these calls, and they're all from different lifestyles, they're all from different backgrounds and grew up in different regions, but they have one thing that's kind of common to all of them, is the fact that they believe in what they're doing, and for the most part, everybody we've had on here, I'll say everybody we had on here, you can tell, number one, they're sincere about what they're doing. They're doing it for more than just for themselves. It's more of a giver's type of a business, and we celebrate other people's success. Okay, and again, I've said that earlier. That's so. There's always in the corporate world, there's always jealousy. There's always jealousy. You know, this guy got a raise. This guy got a bigger Christmas bonus than you did. This person got bumped up, got a new title, and you didn't. There's always these jealousies because you think everybody's benefiting and you're not. In this business, if you're helping your people benefit, you're benefiting too. So, and if your upline is helping you and helping you grow, how can you be jealous of what they're doing if they're giving back to you? Okay, so this really is giver's gain, giver's gain. And you know, the fact that we all care for other people, okay, if you're not that way in this industry, you're going to fail. You're going to fail because the average person is not foolish, okay? If the average person sees you at a convention and you're on stage and you're talking about your success and everything is I, me, and the people sitting in the crowd all know the only reason you're there is because they all gave a little bit to help you. It's not going to take long before that belief ebbs, okay? So I always notice the strongest leaders at conventions, the ones that talk about we, the family, us. Everything is incorporated into the group because they know the only reason they're there is because of combination of everybody working together. A quick little story. I once had a person ask me about I own a tire and automotive center, for you who are just meeting me. And I've been very fortunate, been very successful at it. And a person asked me one time, he says, what's the one thing that made you so successful? And my comeback was, there isn't one thing that made me successful. I sweated the details on 40 different little things, and each one of them added up to an accumulation of success. So, and that's the same thing with this type of business. You help a lot of people reach their dream, whether their dream is an extra $200 a month or an extra $200,000 a month. It's all attainable if you want to work hard enough for it. And so if you're helping them do that, everybody's going to succeed. So I get excited about belief. Belief really is something that I've preached for years. The next question is, okay, here we are today. We know where our company is. We know our company is doing very, very well. We know there's hints that we're going to be adding 1 or 2 new companies here very shortly. We're talking about a cosmetic line, which means we'll be able to go after people from maybe Mary Kay Cosmetics and Avon and different places that are starting to get a little stale, and see maybe bring them over to our company. We got so many things going for us. What do you predict for My Daily Choice and your team going forward into 2021?
Well, I tell you, just like you said, Dale, earlier, and you alluded to it, I personally believe that those little things or that little contribution that I make to the big picture helps the company get to where it wants to go. Just the same way, like when I did all I could to help Chris Bailey get his high, rank, then that's the same thing here, the same thing that we're doing here. So I personally believe with us going into these different industries, being able to diversify, to be recession proof or industry proof. If something happens in one lane, then we can still prosper in other areas. I personally believe with this diversification, then that's going to allow us even further to hit segments in our marketplace or in the marketplace that we're not having the success. There's going to be another CBD product. There's going to be another industry that's going to boom. There's going to be that industry that's going to be, oh my God, look how high we are in this particular area, right? Well, I personally believe, I truly believe this. Just like we did a stellar jump from 10 million to over 100 million, I believe it's just a matter of time. We're going to hit over that 500 and hit $1 billion. I just personally believe that we are so positioned right now. And I'm going to make this real clear. I love a company, love. In my 6 different companies I've been in, this makes number 7. When I see a company has a ratio, customer to affiliates, almost a 5-to-1. I mean, it's remarkable what our customer to affiliate ratio is. That means there is a demand for our product. And when you have a demand for your product and we are still driving, we have that same vision, we have a visionary leading our company and where we're headed, I just personally believe it's just sky's the limit. That's just for the company itself. With that, me personally, I believe that allows me to open up my umbrella of really want to help people, Dale, more than I have before. Every time I increase my level of helping people, I am blessed in return. I can't tell you how, it's almost emotional how blessed I have been in such a short period of time with this company and what it's been able to do. But I know, number one, it is because it's been a blessing to other people and me sharing on purpose with other people. And because of that, I know that now that dream of me, and I'm putting in here, the most I've ever produced so far is 3 5K affiliates in 1 month. My goal every month is to beat that in 2021, every month. And we're doing that, we'll average somewhere between 25 and 40 5Ks this year. By doing that, we can hit another 10 to 15 10Ks. All right, in that time period. All right. And then within that same period, we'll be able to hit 2 to 4 25Ks and 1 to 2 50Ks. And yours truly will hit his 100K this year. All right. So my goal is, honestly, it starts with those 5K people. I'm doing something now, Dale, and I hope people are doing this. It's not so much an interview, but kind of an interview that I'm doing with all of my leaders, all of my people. I'm going through all of them to contact them to see what is their goal. What would they like to achieve? Not so much in the business, but for them personally. Maybe it's to pay off debt. Maybe it's to get rid of the car note. Maybe it's to help their child go to college. Maybe it's to, help their parents, get out of a bad situation, or maybe help them with their health situations, whatever it may be. I want to know what their goals are. And I'm marking it off and helping them to achieve that. When you do that, man, it just does something. I can't tell you what it does for you and your business when your goal is to help someone with their goal and then they achieve them. It just does it. I can share with me personally. In the first year of this business, not only were we hit 5K, 10K, 25K in our first year, but also in that same period, in a year and a half, not only we paid off all our debt, we paid off both of our cars, my wife and I. We have no car notes, excuse me. By eliminating that debt, my wife was able to retire July 3rd this year. She is 56 years old, okay? And by the world standard, especially in the US, it's around 66 right now, 67, right? It's a retirement age. My goal is to retire with her and not to stop working, but to get rid of that job, okay? So with that, that gives me more time, more ability to focus on the thing that makes a difference in life, not just for us, but to keep the main thing. Keep helping people. I want my goal. I have a lofty goal, Dale, and I'll put it out here. And I believe, like we talked about earlier, you put it out there in the world and it will come back to you. I believe personally that through my lifetime, I'd like to make an imprint to hit at least 100 million people. We have helped in some way. Now, I know that sounds lofty, but the reason why I say it so lofty is because I know if I can help people understand the importance of helping other people, Dale, then if those 100 people, 100 million people helped just 4, just 4. That's nearly 1 billion people that would be impacted. Just 4. I'm not saying that you need to go out here and have a lofty goal like me. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is maybe you can help your friend. Maybe you can help a colleague that grew up with you. You know, maybe you can help your teammate that just joined, but they're sincere. They're working. They're showing up. They have to be committed. They have to be coachable. Okay. They have to be available. Okay. All right. And they have to be teachable. If they're those 3 things, coachable, available, and teachable, there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't do. I just personally believe that. All right. So I hope that best really answered.
Oh, that was fantastic. Fantastic. You hit it right on the head. There's a couple of things you said there that I want to kind of emphasize. You mentioned the 5 to 1 ratio of customers to affiliates. And I don't know if everybody on here understands this, but most network marketing companies, the volume of their sales is primarily from signing people up and getting them to go on an auto ship. Now, granted, every company you need to have some sort of an auto ship type thing, because that's the way that the governments want to prove that we're not a pyramid scheme, right? You know, there's got to be products that pass. So I'm not knocking auto ships, but I'm saying that what most companies, most network marketing companies, it's all about signing people up and getting the auto ships, and they don't care if there's any customers at all. Okay, they just want to they're going to make their money by just continuing to grow, and eventually they grow out of their affiliate base because their products aren't strong enough to have a good customer base, and they disappear. We're 5 to 1 the other way. In England has a very specific rulings for network marketing, and I believe it's 65 or 70% of all sales have to be to consumers. Okay, or they won't let that network marketing company even sell in their country. And because of that, there's a lot of network marketing companies that aren't allowed in England. Ours, when they saw what our ratio was, they just ripped their hands and said, well, you're in. I mean, because they loved what they saw. We have products that people want. We have products that help people. We have products that people tell other people about and just refer by word of mouth. So when you hear of a company that's 5 to 1 sales to consumers, you have found a company you want to have as a home. Okay. And the fact that we have a company that has multiple companies within it, means that you don't have to jump ship for that next shiny object. If you want another shiny object, wait a few minutes and our owner will bring one out for you. Okay. So there's no reason to go from company to company to company. I think I can speak for Vagas, as I've heard him say it, I've heard Chris Bailey say it, and I've said it, this is our home. This is our home. This is where we're not going to leave here, because we see everything we've ever wanted in network marketing is right here. We don't need to go anywhere else. And we're seeing so many leaders from other companies that are coming to us and telling us they're coming to us because they don't want to jump from company to company. They want a home. And so again, I'm a firm believer that our company is not only going to be $1 billion company, our company is going to be the largest network marketing company in the world before we're done. We have 29-year-old owners who are already thinking about what they want to do 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years in advance. They're making a legacy for their own young children. Okay. And when they're doing that, we're all going to benefit from them wanting to build a legacy for themselves. You also, one other thing you alluded to was retirement. You know, guys, there are certain types of people in this world that they have all kinds of time. They don't have any money. So what can they do with it? And then there's other people that are wealthy beyond anything you could even imagine, but they're working constantly. So they don't have any time to enjoy it. We're giving you an opportunity to not only make the kind of money that you can change your whole life and your legacy, but we're doing it in a way so you only have to put in a certain amount of time each week or each month to do it. And that gives you more time to enjoy your life, enjoy your family. So we're giving you an opportunity to not only make money, but to increase your time available. So that was so important. The next thing we're talking about, you were talking about interviewing people. You know, I go a little further than that now. I've gotten to the point now, even when I'm trying to enroll people in this business, I interview them. Be honest with you, I don't want to, from two different angles. I don't want to sign somebody up who's going to fail. And so I interview people very stringently when I'm talking to them, and I give them all the information, auto ship, the whole 9 yards. I give them everything possible I can give them and I ask pertinent questions, because if somebody, it's obvious to me somebody will fail in this business, I don't want to sign them up. I don't want to feel the guilt of signing them up. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have to spend all the time that I know I'm going to have to spend with somebody who is going to fail because they're not willing to put the effort in that I know they need to put in. So from an interviewing process, not only do you interview, like Vegas said, where you're interviewing people and finding out what they want and how deeply they want it, but you also do the interview. I do an interview process so I can figure out the people that deserve my time. Okay, because I've only got so much, and I sincerely want to help people that really want to be helped, and the doers versus talkers type of thing. Okay, we've all experienced that guy that we've shown the opportunity to, and he comes up and goes, "Oh my God, you're so lucky! You just signed me up. You've got me. I'm going to make you a millionaire." I've never seen one of those guys succeed. No. I've never seen one of those. Most of them, I never see them again. But it's the quiet person, the person that's sitting there in the second row with his body leaned forward, listening to everything we got to say, and just kind of sitting there lightly rocking on his front of his feet. I know I've got somebody there because his gears are working. he's excited. So enough of that. We're getting close to the hour. Vegas, I'd like you to, I want to give you the opportunity to kind of just give us a kind of a closeout for you on anything else that you'd like to let this team know.
Oh, sure. If I can give you just one thing to be thinking about as we're looking not only for the wrapping up 2020, and it has been a challenge for a lot of people, but also looking at what could possibly happen in 21 and moving and beyond. Just know this, if I could give you one recommendation, success starts today. Today, you could get off this Zoom, make a phone call, and change someone's life. Today, not next week. Your life, your business starts today. You can start winning today. If you haven't felt like you've been winning, if you're new to this, I personally believe winning is a state of mind. It's like a habit. Matter of fact, it is a habit. You can start doing something simple as making up your bed before you leave and get out for the day. That's a success. Okay, start with those little things. Start with what you can do. Maybe you can't pay for different things to be online, social media wise, and like some people can do. But maybe you can, with a mask, meet your neighbor and tell them about what we do. Maybe you can meet somebody at your local store or wherever it is that you can go out. Work with where you can work. You will be amazed if you do that daily and build on it each day. Start with where you can, but build on it each day. There is no goal. There is nothing that you cannot achieve in business when you just start where you are and today begin where today is. And I promise you, you build on it, you will reach any goal that your heart desires. So with that, I hope that's been a blessing to someone. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. And if you're having troubles doing that, go online, watch those YouTube videos, listen to self-development. I don't believe in motivation. Honestly, that just hypes you up for the moment. And then tomorrow you'll be like, what happened? Work on self-development. If we have areas where we're not that good, like reading, read more. If you're not a good communicator, start practicing more. I can't tell you how badly I spit on people when I'm talking. Thank God for Zoom. All right. Because I get excited and I start to rattle. So I always write things down. Just before this interview, I said, Dad, what kind of questions you ask? Because I want to have some things in mind. Because I know my mind is like all over everywhere because I'm always thinking about different things. How can I get better? How can I be sharper? So if you have a weakness, work on it. Start today. Start with where you can and begin to get better. And I promise you, once you start doing that, not only will your life change, but your business will change. And as you can begin to start sharing with your team what that's doing for you, believe me, it is nonstop. When you start seeing that happen for others, it just does something to your heart that's more than any compensation package can give you. So with that, Dale, I hope that's been some benefit.
You've been fantastic today, Vegas. I appreciate you coming on and being part of this. Be prepared. I'm going to ask you again down the road.
No worries. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I am so humble for you asking me, because I tell you, Dale, you just don't know. I so appreciate everything you do for our team, your leadership, man, your big heart. I tell you, I don't know how you must be all heart and like just legs and arms. That's it. Because I don't know how you do it, man. But I just pray I can be like you one day. I'm serious.
Oh, thank you. You humbled me. But I hope you guys see again from what we said today how fantastic this company is, how fantastic this opportunity is, and how the last thing I want to point out is we got 4 days left of this month, and then we're going to start a brand new year. Now, try to change your mindset. A lot of people have the mindset for a month to month of, okay, I'm going to work hard right now and try to make some money at the end of the week, and then on next week you're gonna just sit back and go, I made it through another month, and you're basically, without realizing it, you have just ruined your momentum for that month, because you've basically just given yourself a week to 10 days to take a break before you start again. That's the wrong mindset. The mindset was, if you got momentum going into the end of the month, don't lose that momentum. Start right with that momentum. Start right the next day. Instead of giving yourself a breather every month, okay, that slows your momentum down. Give yourself a breather every 90 days. But if you get at the end of 90 days, give yourself a good breather, a vacation, something. Give yourself something that you want. Give yourself a prize. But for those 90 days before that, let the momentum just keep growing and growing and growing. Don't take that breath. Don't take that break at the end of the month and wait until the 10th or the 15th of the month to get started again. Let that momentum just roll over into the first days of the month, and you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. All of a sudden, you're the 15th of the month. Go, wow, look where I am right now. Maybe I can make that next rank that I wasn't even planning on making. So and I say this. Some people will be looking at this and go, well, he wants us all to make rank because he wants to make a bigger rank. If I make a bigger rank, great. Is it going to change my financial future that much? No. I really enjoy watching my team blossom. I love watching my team succeed. I love watching people suddenly, the look in their eyes when they finally get it and their eyes light up and they realize that this isn't the best they can be. That there's another level, there's another gear they didn't even know they had. So having said all that, guys, thanks for being on this call. We'll see you again next Monday. You guys have a great week. Have a happy new year. Let's take 2021 and let's make it a year that we change every one of our lives, so that a year from now, we'll look back on it and go, wow. So that's what I'll leave you with. Let's have a great year. Let's work hard. Let's have fun while we're doing it. And let's look forward to a year from now saying, wow. So goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.